let's walk you through how to start training your dog to the SpotOn tones and virtual boundary. We'd recommend breaking this into short sessions, about 5 to 10 minutes each, or less if that works better for you and your dog. So that way you can keep your training productive and stress-free. Remember, training should be a fun, positive experience that strengthens the bond with you and your dog. Start by choosing a time of day with minimal distractions. And if you have multiple dogs, train them one at a time on leash. Make sure you're inside the fence line. Turn off the vibration and set the static correction to 0. Then put on your dog's regular collar attached to a long leash and fit the SpotOn collar snugly around their neck with the logo in the front. The alert tone is your dog's early warning. Think of it like a yellow light or a strike 1. The alert tone sounds when you're 10 feet away from your fence line, giving your dog ample time and warning to know where their virtual boundary is. Start in the interior of your containment area and walk towards the boundary. When you hear the alert tone, immediately turn back towards the safe zone and playfully encourage your dog to follow. Reward them as soon as they get into the safe zone. If your dog doesn't cross into the alert zone on their own, just walk forward through the line while they're on leash. This gives them a chance to hear the alert and learn how to respond. Practice this in different areas along your fence line, so your dog learns the tone means the same thing everywhere. If you're having trouble hearing the tones yourself, pop in an earbud connected to your phone so you can hear exactly what your dog hears before adjusting the collar's volume. Before moving on to training with the warning tone, open your SpotOn app and set the static correction to level 1. Static correction plays an important role in boundary training. It helps your dog understand ignoring the tones has a consequence, creating a clear connection between the warning tone and the boundary. Now that the static correction is set, it's time to pair it with the warning tone about 5 feet away from the boundary. Think of the warning tone as your dog's second strike or red light that's tied to the boundary correction. Guide your dog towards the boundary so they hear the alert, but then continue into the warning zone. Allow them to continue past the warning zone and feel the level 1 correction, and then turn back with them into the safe zone. Watch to see if your dog notices the level 1 correction. Most won't, but if they do, it'll look like a slight annoyance, such as glancing at their side or maybe scratching at their neck. This exercise teaches your dog that moving past the warning zones always leads to a consequence. If your dog doesn't move into the warning zone on their own, just walk them through on leash. You can also have another person create a distraction, like tossing a ball, which might encourage your dog to cross the line while still on leash. Just be careful not to coax and call them across the line. We don't want to associate coming when called with the correction. If your dog doesn't respond to the level 1 correction, turn it up by 1 level and walk them across the warning line again, and then observe their reaction. Every dog is different, so it might take a few tries to find the level that actually gets their attention. Remember, this step of training teaches your dog to respect the boundary and prepares them for real-world distractions. Repeat this training daily in short sessions. Small increments help your dog stay engaged and avoid getting overwhelmed with training. As they progress, you'll see them naturally stop and turn back at the alert and warning tones before the correction is ever needed, which is the goal. When they do this, make sure to reward them with food, praise, or by playing with them. Keep practicing until your dog consistently responds to the tones on their own. Training doesn't stop here. Next, we'll show you how to proof the boundary with distraction training, so your dog stays within their fence, even when temptations arise. And remember, you're not alone. If you need extra guidance, email support@spotonfence.com to schedule your free one-on-one training consultation.